Hello, I'm back. Welcome to another live with me, Colleen, your fasting guru, self-proclaimed. Hi, y'all. Happy Monday Night Live. If you're tuning in, thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. If you're on your ADF journey, tell me how it's been going in the chat. As you come on in, be sure to hit the like button. Much appreciated. And tell me your experience with ADF. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to put it in the comments or chat if you're live with me. Also, if you're not familiar, we have a free alternate day fasting group on Facebook. If you don't like social media, too damn bad, because that's the only social media I've got. It never fails. And it's my baby too. Hold on a second. Hi, honey. Let me call you back soon, okay? Mommy's doing a video.
I saw you. You were trying to call me, but I was at work with Daddy.
I know, baby. I'll call you back in a little bit, okay? Make sure you answer. All right. Love you. Later. It never fails. Apologies. But yeah, if you're not on Facebook, I don't know what you're doing. There's so much goodness happening inside that group. We're like 27,000, if not 28,000 strong by now. It's amazing. And yeah, I do the check. I check in here and there. Am I on social media like that? I'm not on social media like that. But when I do pop in, I make sure to give as much insight as I can. But there's so many people in there with a lot of fasting information, a lot of encouragement. That's the best thing. It's the encouragement. I can't provide encouragement to you 24/7 unless you're you're literally binging my videos. Sometimes you just want a little extra. The Facebook group, tons of before and afters, tons of before and afters. If there's anything that you're going to need on this journey, it's motivation from people who are in the trenches just like you. Yeah, there's 16-8. Yeah, there's OMAD. Yeah, there's Warrior. But we need to see what the ADFers are doing. And the ADFers are over in that group losing weight, shedding inches, reversing chronic disease, looking younger than ever. Because if it's one thing that's fasting going to do, it's going to make you look youthful. Yeah, you could go vegan. Sure. Honestly, I'm going to say something controversial. I don't think vegans age well. I don't. The B12 does something to you and you just can't get it from a vegan diet. I don't think vegans age well. They look radiant, but I don't think they age gracefully. It's just something I've noticed, especially like long-term vegans. I don't find them aging well. I feel like they probably need some seafood in their life. But that's besides the point. What's up? The title of this video is Your Body is a Billboard. It's a little grab-all kind of a title to kind of catch your eye, but it's a very straightforward statement. Your body is your billboard. How you look is how you're presenting yourself to the world, and pretty much how the world is going to judge you in return. Now me, I'm an athletically built woman. Whether I'm overweight or more on the regular weight, this is not the lowest I've been in my adult life, but I'm getting to the lowest I've ever been in my adult life. And my build is becoming more and more apparent. I've always had broader shoulders. I've been a lot more muscular, but a lot of people could look at me and be like, "Oh, you work out, don't you? Oh, you done track? Oh, you must have done some sports." I have the ultimate pleasure of letting them down by telling them I'm super uncoordinated and I was a 7-year art major. But if it's one thing I'm going to do on my time off or for fun, it's work out. I look like I work out. Yes, genetics helps, but I look like what I practice. I look like what I preach. Let me throw this up here for you. Today I put in, I made a post with some pictures about what I've been doing over the summer, or just, showing off my little summer bod. I don't, as I said, I don't really participate on social media. So I'd be taking pictures, but I don't know where to put them. I'm gonna just give it to YouTube. So I put them on the post tabs. But yeah, look at me. Look at me. Y'all look at me. Okay. I look like I'm working out. I look like I'm conscious of what I eat. I look like I take care of myself. Even my face, right? Your body is your billboard. What you're going through is usually going to exude on the outside. And that's one of the wonderful things about fasting. When you fast, it clears up and cleans up and deflames and repairs and revives so many things. When you fast, you won't have to do things like Botox, really. You won't have to do things like jawline filler or masseter Botox. You won't have to do things like, even sometimes you won't have to do tummy tucks because autophagy will eat away at like loose skin. My skin is beyond repair at this point. Like I've been up and down and yo-yoed it so many times that, and I also have hereditarily thin skin. So autophagy ain't gonna work for me. But you can eliminate so many things by fasting. You can clear, your skin will be so clear, your cheekbones will sculpt out, and people will be like, "What? Why you look different? You'll start to glow." I'll never forget when I did a 72-hour fast, and by day 3, I looked like an entire angel. It was actually freaky how I was glowing, to the point where men were noticing. Men don't notice things like, "Oh, you're glowing." It was like, you're glowing, are you? You be glowing. Fasting has an ability to show up very quickly on your body in a positive light. You will look like you're fasting, even if you don't exercise yet. Because normal things that you do, such as lifting your child, picking up groceries, getting up and off the couch or the bed, normal things will essentially build and at least preserve your muscle. When you do something like fasting, all you're going to do is eat away at this external layer of fat, right? That top layer of fat to reveal what's already there. Then, once you're getting closer, if you watched my last live, once you're closer to your goal weight, then you could start the sculpting, which is picking and choosing what you want to work on. You can't spot reduce fat, but you can spot train. If you want big juicy thighs, like you've eaten away at the layer of fat, now you notice, oh, my legs are a little scrawny. Now we could work on the legs. Oh, my shoulders aren't as defined as I'd like. Now we could start doing the lateral raises. You're going to start looking like what you're doing. Okay? Your body is always going to reflect what you're doing, what you're eating, how you're living. If you look like you're getting sleep, I know that's our biggest thing. And I know that's why so many people like ignore that one. Anything that people, I realize, I'm going to move this out the way because I'm not, and I remove that. Okay. I realize that people like to overlook the hardest things. Okay. Two of the hardest things I usually bring up that makes it's usually the things that make the hugest difference, right? And yeah, my hair is in rollers, by the way, so I'm on my Rosie Riveter. Two of the biggest things that I notice that I always recommend that people will usually skim over. At least one, okay? At least this one is journaling, right? Journaling will make the hugest difference in your fasting, especially fast days. If any, you don't have to journal every damn day, but if you journal at least on your fast days, infinitely easier. Infinitely easier. And when I say journal, I don't mean you have to make a think piece. You do not have to dig into your subconscious. You do not have to reminisce about childhood wounds. When I say journal on your fast days, it means do a brain dump. Do a brain dump, because what's on your mind is going to exude out of you. Okay? If it's on your mind, that means you're wasting a lot of energy on it, floating around in there. Just energy transference, real quick. That's why I like to call it a brain dump. So if something's bothering you, if you have a to-do list that you need to get onto, have things that are worrying you, if you are sad, mad, annoyed, angry, frustrated, just dump it onto paper. I can't stand Carol because she took the last Snicker bars. I hate it here. I want to quit and I want to move on. Just get it off your brain. Okay, that's the biggest thing I always recommend is journaling, which a lot of people overlook. Okay, you can't say I didn't tell you. The next thing is going to be sleep. Okay. The thing about sleep is if you are lacking sleep, you're going to look like you lack sleep. And you're going to, even worse, you're going to act like you lack sleep. The reason why sleep for both male and females is so dangerous is because it alters your hormones. And a big part of weight loss, a huge part of weight loss, a massive part of weight loss is hormone regulation, which you may have learned from fasting, especially if you are reading up on researched material. Not just me, because this degree has nothing to do with science, okay? I'm not the one nor the two. You find yourself a Dr. Jason Fong, we have Mindy Peltz, we have an authority on the topic, Jen Stevens. You go, okay? They will tell you all about how fasting affects the hormones. And when you lack sleep, not only are you getting the bags, but you are messing up your hormones. And when you mess up your hormones, it makes it infinitely harder to fast. Okay? So if you're having poor sleep and you're trying to do ADF, no wonder you're struggling. All right? You're also going to look like you don't sleep for a living. You're going to be very cranky. You're going to be very groggy. You're not going to have the mental energy to put forth in making a strong day from from day to evening. Okay? Because you know how you always start off strong in the morning, and in the afternoon you're like, okay. And then by evening you're white knuckling it, praying that you don't break the fast. That mental fortitude wasn't built up through a good, solid night's sleep. You tell me, what is on the phone? What is on the TV that is so interesting? Plus, if you're alternate day fasting, the best time machine to get you from hungry to breakfast is sleep. Go to bed, and by the time you wake up, it's morning. You just time traveled 8 hours. How amazing. You didn't even have to suffer through nothing. If you're having issues sleeping, get more magnesium. Since I've been making this as a solid recommendation, I've noticed a lot less of the insomnia comments, which has made me, because I didn't know what to tell y'all at that time when I was just like, starting out. But now that I know it's truly a magnesium, and magnesium glycinate is the one, I'm so happy to just, you have issues sleeping, magnesium. Issue sleeping, magnesium. 2 in the morning and 2 at night. That is the magic combo. If you just take 2 a day, it's not enough. You need 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Me personally, I take 2 capsules in the morning along with my cocktail of pills, and then I take 2 gummies at night. And when I tell you I'm getting proper REM sleep, because why? Your body is your billboard. You can't lift weights, you can't get in your 10K steps, you can't revive your cells, you can't be youthful, pretty, and attractive, and you are sluggish. Your brain is in an incredible debt, sleep debt. Okay. When you're fasting, it's going to take care of a lot of the work for you. Right? It's going to clean up a lot of things. And then if you take the time to add journaling with it, or at least some kind of self-awareness journey on top of that, then you'll start cleaning up your whole life. You're going to learn how to stop binge eating. You're going to learn how to stop emotional eating. Okay, because I know a lot of people are afraid of maintenance. You're usually afraid of maintenance because you're afraid to go back to your old ways. But you usually go back to your old ways when you're not working on how you got there in the first place. You understand? The entire time I was losing weight, I had to work on why I was using food as a crutch. Why was I using food to soothe, to numb? A lot of times I would come in from work, just bust open, before I even put my bags down too fast, open a bottle of wine. That's not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. Coming home and needing to drink is worrisome because that easily gets out of control. But a lot of people are just seeing it as a drink to take the edge off, to wind down. I deserve. Instead of understanding that this is a coping mechanism. I think we're way too lenient with alcohol. And I'm not trying to bash alcohol, but I think we need to call a spade a spade. Alcohol is poison. That's why your knees get inflamed. That's why you get hangovers. That's why it causes cirrhosis. That's why it causes fatty liver disease. That's why we have family members that have died from alcoholism. Like, I don't think we take alcohol seriously enough because it's easy to fall into the trap of alcohol dependency. But even more so, we fall into the trap of food dependency. We know alcohol is a little mind altering, so we can understand that more. But food dependency is a real thing as well, where we need the food to quell the feeling. I really need you to understand the importance of working on the mental while you are on this alternate day fasting journey. Especially if you want to maintain, you have to find a way to emotionally regulate and decenter food. Forget men, decenter food. All right. A big tell that of your body being your billboard is when you do work out. If you caught my last live, I told you about the last 15. There's just so much shoulder out, child. I'm just looking at it like, damn, there's a lot of skin. Lord have mercy. Working out is the sexiest thing you could ever do. Okay. Point blank period. And that's why when someone tells me that they are interested in losing weight, how did you do it? I love to start them with start working out. Start working out. Because sometimes you just need a little self-esteem boost. And it can be done quickly in the gym. Sometimes I'll be honest, a lot of people who want to lose weight are not ridiculously obese. we like to a lot of weight loss commentators, gurus, people of in my YouTube universe, we like to talk to people like they're obese. A majority of our viewers are not obese. I'll be honest. A lot of y'all are overweight, maybe out of shape, have excess weight to lose. Most of y'all will benefit from a good fitness routine. Most of y'all will benefit from changing the fat into muscle. A lot of y'all will benefit from the therapy that lifting weights will cure. Like, you will benefit mentally, physically from fitness. And people could look at you and be like, damn, you look good. Did you lose weight? You can step on the scale and have gained weight, but have lost an entire pant size just because you did something called body recomp, which is the process of gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. Sometimes you don't have to do the most. Sometimes you don't need to lose 80 pounds. Okay, if you need to lose, never mind. 80 pounds is a lot. Sometimes you don't need to lose 20 pounds. Sometimes you just need to hit the gym real quick. A lot of us don't move a lot, and we look like it. We look like we don't move. As we get older, our bodies become more feeble unless you counteract it. You want to look like you take care of yourself. Why? Your body is your billboard. What is your presentation to this world? Mental orgasm. Wow. Lifting weight is a mental orgasm, says Dietary. Okay. Sometimes I'm on the leg press. I pretend it's somebody's head I'm kicking in. I just push real hard. Sometimes I'm on the Smith machine and somebody's the frustration of the world. I'll just lift it out. And you do not have to go ridiculously heavy. Don't go ridiculously heavy. Just go a little bit above your comfort level. If you're banging out more than 15 reps, go heavier. If you can't make it to 10, calm down. You see the way, there's a way to gauge it. And you don't have to do all the fitness lingo, the progressive overloads, and the personal reps and you don't need all of that. Find you a good 4 or 5 exercises. Go to the gym. You might meet a community, which is what we all need. I don't care how many times they try to force down your throat, isolation, do it by yourself. I will never promote that in my life. I'll never promote that to you. And I will never encourage anybody to be alone in this world. Move in silence sometimes I will promote, but to be alone and isolate yourself, no, that's not healthy. And if you're an introvert, please miss me with that. Please miss me with that. I really don't, I'm not even gonna go there. You don't have to go to the gym, but you do need to be at least able to lift your body weight up for functional reasons. There's nothing I love seeing more than older women who are fit AF. I can't absorb that content enough. I follow women that are 45 and up, 40 and up, because I'm not yet 40, I'm 35. I love following women of fitness 40 and up. I especially love to see like 70 up. I love on Pinterest finding fit older women. I love watching fit older women in bikini contests because I look to them as inspiration and proof that age does not equal falling off. And it's not vain, even though I operate out of vanity. I do, and I don't care. I operate out of vanity. But it is always admirable to know that aging gracefully is proof possible because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I'm not inspired by 20-year-olds. I'm not inspired by their skin, their makeup, their Their hair care. I'm not inspired. I'm inspired by women that are older than me with better bodies than some of these 25-year-olds. Their lifestyle is a billboard. They could sell me anything because they're living that truth. They take great care of their skin. Their skin glows. They drink the juices. They take the supplements, okay? They sleep. All right. They do the hormone therapies. They do the IVs. They hit the gym, whether they have a full-time job or not. Usually when you're that much older, your kids aren't little. They're not as much of an attention snatcher. You have more time to focus on yourself. They might be teenagers by the time you're in your 60s. You have a lot more time to focus on you. You have a lot more money in your account, usually at that age, because you've built up your savings. You have a great career. More than likely, you have a partner that lends to you saving more money to work on yourself. That's wonderful. Looking to older women is that's the billboard, because they look like everything that they live by. They look like it. Do you? I want to look like I love myself. I want to look like I'm not the one to play with. I want to look like, you shouldn't put anything past her. I want to look like I respect myself. That's why I'm always postured. If it's one thing I get complimented on in my life, it's my posture. Because for one, I have the neurodivergent sway that I had to work on a lot. A lot of people have the anterior pelvic tilt where, they have the duck booty walk. It's not normal, and it's actually hurting your traps because it's making your back muscles weaker. But I had to work on that. My posture, very proud of it. I'm a postured woman. It lends to the look. Your body is your billboard. If you're walking around like this, what are you signifying? You look like I could play with you. I could do whatever. She don't really love herself. What you give off, make sure it's what you want to give off. All right. There's this whole topic about the women in Miami, the 3 women that were turned away from the Miami club for being too dark and too thick. That was like highly embarrassing. But it is a wake-up call. It is a wake-up call, that and the statue. And it's not to say you have to look like a Miami 10. But as Dietary is right again, beauty is currency. Beauty is currency. Handsomeness is currency. You could utilize all of the good looks that you can develop and then use it to showcase your smarts, your wit, your business acumen, because nobody's going to know that until they get past this. When they look at your book cover, is it a book that they want to read? And this is determined by you. This is determined by you. I want you to never forget, though, that society has a hold or the gate to how far you can go. You can move, but how you look will determine how far you go. It's not to say you have to look like a beauty queen, but if you didn't hear or if you didn't know, I will definitely get to all your comments in the chat as soon as I finish my little, which is, I usually give it 30 minutes. If you didn't know, people who are fit in the workplace, they get paid more. They get promoted more. It's honestly, you won't see a lot of people at the top that are not in shape or slender. Very rarely you'll find overweight or sloppy people. Neurodivergent sway, yeah. I did a video on it in TikTok, and it blew up. It's like almost 4 million views at this point. But utilize what you look like to get you far. How you look is going to determine how others treat you, and how others treat you matters. It matters. Okay? So ensure that your body is reflecting what you want to present yourself as. I respect myself, and I have to carry myself as such. It's very rarely that you'll catch me out the house looking crazy, looking uncoordinated. And that's not to say I don't have the days where, I'm just in sweatpants and Crocs. But more often than not, I never know who I can meet. I never know what opportunities I'll run into. And this is beyond just the body. This is just how I carry myself, how I present myself. Do I look like somebody who would be open to larger opportunities? Okay. I have too many Capricorn placements in my chart to require anything less. Like, I am a woman that was meant to make and have money. Okay. If it's one thing that comes easily to me, it's making money. And if it's another thing that comes easily to me, it's regality, carrying myself in a regal way. And that's why so many men are like, oh, I know I can't play with you. Oh, you intimidate me. That's fine. You want to look sometimes unapproachable to those that shouldn't be approaching you. You ever notice that you always get approached when you look like a bum? But when you are dressed to the nines, nobody talks to you. It's called filtering. You have filtered yourself. And that's why when you are not in your best shape, your best form, your filter isn't on. Your filter isn't on. You want to look like somebody who requires effort. Someone that looks like they could take on amazing things. You want to look like her. Are you looking like her? And you should have her in mind on your way to your goal, because it's not just a weight. I'm gonna wrap it up with this. It's not just a weight. Your end goal should be the ideal you. So if you haven't already, take a notepad, just write down, what does the ideal you look like? What does she dress like? What does she like to do for fun? What does her hair look like? Where does she shop? What does her partner look like? Where does she like to vacation? You need to start exemplifying and understanding what this ideal you looks like. And it can't be too unrealistic, because it's something that you need to close your eyes and literally see. And when it's too far off from reality for you, you're not going to put yourself in that body. You're not going to relate to it. You understand? That's why when they say manifestation, oh, if you say you want $1 million, if you can't see yourself manifesting $1 million, say 100. Oh, that feels realistic to me. And then you could literally gain the $100 in a minute. If it's too unrealistic, it will not manifest. You need to see her as who I could see that, If you know you can't see yourself as a size 4, don't do that to yourself. If you want to be a healthy size 10, and you could seeing that in your brain makes you salivate, that's the size for you. When you close your eyes and envision your ideal self, it should make your mouth water because you are right on target now. You want it, you can envision it, and you can do it. That'll all equal, you're on your way. Okay? The end you, the ideal you is not just a weight. You are more than a weight. You are a total package, self-esteem wise, self-love wise, self-awareness wise, which I'm the queen of self-awareness. Okay? Sometimes, and not everybody could go with you. You might lose friends, you might lose partners, you might lose jobs, you might have to change your environment, you might have to move. Because once again, if and when, not even if, when you do get to your goal, right? The you started as is not going to be the you ended up as. And people are not going to like it sometimes. Then what? All right? If you know that your body is presenting as a woman of refinement, you have to move. You have to move accordingly. All right? Let me get to the comments. I hope you enjoyed that little body is your billboard speech. You need to look like it, honey. You need to look like it. Yo lo que? Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Shelby says, I do have a question. Has anyone gotten burned out? If so, what did you do to overcome? When you say burned out, what does that mean? Like, it's raining. When you say burned out, is that like been on ADF too long? Or you just describe to me what that means. Hi, Colleen. It's my first time ADFing since lurking for a long time. I'm truly locked in at this point in my life. I'm so excited. I'm on day 3. Congratulations, Ray of Sunshine. I'm very proud of you. You're on day 3. Awesome. So that means this is like what, your second fast day? Or you did one fast day? Curious. Hi, Ashley. Hi, everybody. I'm in my 3rd month of ADF. I'm steering clear of the scale and working on appreciating my non-scale victories. This is my fast day and it's a hard one. Understood. 3rd month. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats. That's a big deal. Ensure that you have a really replenishing refuel day. You're definitely missing something on your feast days. You could expound on that. Curly Diva lost 15 pounds within her first 3 weeks of ADF. And when it flies off like that, that means it didn't want to be there. Like your body was highly inflamed. That's a lot of weight in 3 weeks. Make sure you do blood work. Okay, that is concerning. It's not a bad thing. It just shows high inflammation, which can be a source of something deeper. So just make sure you get your blood work. Okay. But congrats. That's wonderful. You're already doing some healing without needing a prescription or anything. So that's wonderful. Hi, love your. Hi, Yolanda. Beginning my 2nd week of ADF today. I actually lost 5 pounds in my first week. Today is a fast day for me, so I'm glad I caught your live. Thank you, Yolanda. Congratulations on 5 pounds. That's a big deal. 5 pounds. Good job. Good job. Good job. Question, how long did it take for the inflammation to go down? The weight, in my opinion, is easy to go down, but the inflammation is something else. Once again, I want y'all to go to the doctor because I had wild inflammation and I noticed it, but I didn't know how bad it was until I really did ADF and saw the weight fluctuation. I went to the doctor and got diagnosed with Lyme disease. So I'm not saying that you have, a disease, but I just want to make sure that in case you are getting blood work, full panel blood work, because inflammation If you're not sucking down corn oil and eating ramen noodles every night and drinking bottles of gin, you shouldn't be that inflamed day to day. Okay? So things like rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme disease, what else causes inflammation? All kind of liver diseases. A lot of liver diseases are happening nowadays, causing inflammation. It's really bad. There's certain PCOS symptoms that cause inflammation. So just, okay, because fasting helps with inflammation incredibly. It decreases inflammation beautifully. But if you find that as soon as you go off of it, you're shooting up 3, 5, 6 pounds, something is not right. Tatiana, you like my headings, my titles? Thank you. I'm realizing calories in and out and looking at calories doesn't work for me. Thank you for educating the importance of whole foods and fasting. Yes, when you have whole foods, you don't have to focus too much on calories, especially when alternate day fasting. You can't go wrong with whole foods. It's hard to overeat whole foods. It's hard to, like, your body just immediately recognizes these things. Oh, this is a potato. Oh, this is meat. Oh, this is an egg. Oh, these are vegetables. Like it has to take time to understand. Oh, this is cereal. Oh, this is sugar with the processed. It doesn't. You can't go wrong with whole foods, and whole foods will decrease inflammation. Okay. When you say closer to your goal weight, yes, exactly, 10 to 15 pounds away. Watch my last live before this one. What was it? It was, what was it? The last 15 pounds while alternate day fasting. Watch that video. It'll talk about the strategy to take once you are 10 to 15 pounds away from your goal weight. Because a lot of people, like, we just have a number in mind, but we don't know what we're going to look like at it. But we do have a goal body that we envision. We know what we want to look like, but we don't necessarily know a number associated with it. So the strategy, I'll give the strategy as to what to do when you get closer to that in that video. I completed 6 72-hour rolling fasts, down 24. The weight falls off fast. Yeah, if you do some rolling fast, they'll do that. I don't promote anything more than 48 hours in the group, just so anyone knows. I want everybody to be like the same beginner level. So if you're in the group, just know that max 48. And even that, I'm like, max 48 in the group, the ADF group on Facebook. I caught a glimpse of myself today. The stomach bloat is gone. ADF is it. I love it here. Yeah, that's one thing it's going to do, is lean you out. It's going to help with your gut health. Fasting helps with your gut health. And that's why a refuel is very important, because whatever you put on top of this empty tummy now is going to refeed that gut bacteria. I love my Kiala greens. I'll have bloom. I also love the bellway. Guys, get your fiber in. Do get your fiber in. Get your fiber. I like to do a scoop of the Kiala greens and a scoop of the bellway fiber. Yeah. There's nothing more satisfying than a big, healthy bowel movement. And I'm not going to say sorry for that. You know, when you have a healthy bowel movement, like, you know this cleared out everything. Not a little piece here and a little 1, 2 there, like a full movement, and you feel light. You was a fairy. Yep. Like, you feel like you could prance. That's what I'm talking about. Chia seeds, having chia seed pudding, having your fermented, if you like kimchi. I just started having kefir. Kefir is the fermented smoothie. I buy it from Aldi. I mix it with the chia seeds. Perfect. Fiber and fermented foods. You know, the bloating will decrease incredibly, and you will rebuild healthy gut bacteria. I loved fasting but had to stop due to binging tendencies. Switching to high carb, starch heavy plant and plant based eating worked well for me. All right, self awareness always helps. Self awareness, self awareness. Um, yeah, I understand. I get it. I get it. I was avoiding mag glycinate in the morning, thinking it would be too relaxing for the AM. My favorite magnesium is the one from Bioptimizers. I might invest in it again, but it was so worth it. It had all seven essential magnesiums in it. It was just so good. It was so good. But I don't feel any kind of way. Why wouldn't you want to be relaxed? It doesn't make you sleepy. It's just, relaxed. I think we need that, especially before work, right? She was a fairy. Yeah, yeah. She was a fairy, but a fatty. Oh my daddy, he won't have it. Okay. I lost 25 pounds with ADF. Thanks, Colleen. You're welcome. Anybody remember that Colleen say she used as an all natural Botox? I'm dealing with some sagging skin. Oh, it was I call it fillers in a cup. Fillers in a cup. Full transparency. Full transparency. I did fillers one time. I did fillers one time. And I don't know, I feel like fillers has been misused because fillers was originally created for people who had lost a excessive amount of weight, especially in their face. That's why fillers was created. I got fillers one time. I went to a dermatologist. I got the tear trough and the smile lines one time, and I never had to go back. I think she used Versa. I don't talk about it often because it usually never comes up, but I had fillers once, and that was 3 years ago. And so, how I maintain the fillers, because a lot of people keep getting fillers and they don't have to. You really don't have to re up on fillers. You have to stay hydrated. So, my fillers in a cup is, why am I brain farting? Electrolytes. I at the time was using Element, but it has to have magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Okay. Anything but liquid IV, to be honest. That's Kool-Aid. You want to take, I'm going to say Element, and take a scoop of collagen peptides by Vital Proteins. I can't trust anything else. I've tried other collagen peptides. They pale in comparison to Vital Proteins as far as the blendability, the taste, and the effectiveness. Mix those two in water. You don't need a lot of water. Drink it. You will immediately see your face start plumping up. Immediately. Why? The amino acids in collagen are able to permeate the cells, allowing better hydration, and the cells are what's expanding. So if you're just drinking water, you're not going to get that benefit. If you're just drinking electrolytes, it'll hydrate you a lot better because there's some cell permeability. But when you drink water mixed with electrolytes, mixed with collagen, fillers in a cup. And I have never had to retouch my fillers ever again. One time. One time. And if you look at my videos in 2021, you could see the difference. And mind you, I've lost 20 more pounds since then. and my skin is plumper now than it was back then, when I should have had more fat to pad my face. Okay? Fillers in a cup. Element and collagen. That's it. It's the collagen that's doing the work. It's the collagen. But the element increases the cell hydration. You understand? LMNT. So together, fillers in a cup. I will never. Yeah, I used to put glycine in it because I just had extra. But if you have the collagen has glycine in it, the collagen peptides. You've been doing ADF for the last 2 months. Why am I gaining weight? I have no idea. I didn't know that was possible. Yeah, it's easier for me to fast at work too because I'm working. Usually, if y'all are struggling with fasting at work, get you an emotional support cup full of tea. Get you a cup that you love, that you picked out from Marshalls, that makes you happy to walk to, the hot water machine and fill up with your favorite tea and have it next to you, preferably green tea with a splash of apple cider vinegar, and sip on that. Okay. Something about hot liquids, they soothe. They soothe. It's like an internal hug. Any 40 plus channels you recommend, Colleen? The one I could think of offhand, Shalene Johnson. She was she did Shalene Extreme. She was a fitness instructor. Yeah, Shalene Johnson. I like watching Shalene Johnson. She does a lot of women over 40 videos. She discovered, work lifting weights versus cardio for better body development and stuff. And there was another channel, but it got weird, so I won't recommend it. But Shalene, I haven't looked recently, but it's usually like on TikTok, I'll just hashtag over 40 fitness. Just be inspired. I'll tell you the ladies I do look at too. I love Nicole Murphy. I love Angela Bassett. Megan Good, Halle Berry, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez looks chef's kiss. I admire her body because it's just fit and toned. I like that. I likes that. Thank you for mentioning that. It's like only one creator wanted to mention that woman was overweight. Anybody with eyes could see that she was overweight. There's this weird, maybe I'll turn that into another video, but anybody with eyes could see she was overweight. Throw thick away. Throw thick away. Let's go back to chubby. I think thick has had its time. I don't know why anybody would want to be called thick either, because to me, when I hear thick, I just immediately think of a man. And it's nothing against men, but it's like it's appealing to what a man wants, like thick, thick, thick. What do you want to be? you want to be curvy? Do you want to be fit? Do you want to be slim? Do you want to be athletic? Do you want to be, um, yourself, which is however you are right now? When I hear thick, I think of the male gaze. And I feel like anything is now classified as thick, especially wide. Wideness is thick. Um, Obesity is thick. It's not cool. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But I also made a video labeled Pretty for a Big Girl. Do you always want that disclaimer when when describing your looks? Oh, you're pretty for a big girl. No, erase it. Erase the ability to say for a big girl. Yeah. Yeah. And I could believe her friend wasn't dark. Her friend was a Latina. So the only thing they all three had in common was that they were overweight. I feel like you can look good and still be overweight, but slapping thick on it doesn't take away from the overweightness. You could also be overweight and in shape. You could be overweight and fit, but it doesn't take away from the overweightness. You want to get closer to an ideal weight for yourself. And when you do things like getting close to an ideal weight, you remove a lot of possible excuses. Like the other day, I was thinking about how hard it must be for obese people to go to the doctor with ailments, because so many doctors are going to write it off as to you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. I can't imagine how many people are overlooked for possible life-changing ailments because they're overweight. It sounds like a nightmare, but the doctor can't take you seriously until you're a lower weight, because your weight has a lot to do with your health. Your weight has a lot to do with we're so caught up in the vanity and appeal and the aesthetics of weight that we don't understand how much is associated with being overweight. How many health ailments, issues, back problems, headaches, joint issues is associated with being overweight. The doctor can't take you seriously until you lose weight. And then when you come in with, oh, my knee hurts, then they'll be like, oh, okay, let's get you an MRI. Let's do a CAT scan. Let me test. Until then, they're going to dismiss you. Yeah, you should probably try to lose weight. And it's frustrating. But that is your first defense in your health. You can't get mad at the doctor for prescribing weight loss. They're a doctor. I know a majority of their education is not in nutrition and fitness, and it's kind of swept over, but they can't take it seriously until you lose weight. I think about in dating, how many women could be treated better if they were at their ideal weight? What would they think of themselves? What less would they tolerate at an ideal weight? How many more opportunities could they have gotten if they were at an ideal weight? What options would have opened up to them had they been at an ideal weight? We don't know how much our weight impacts our life and lifestyle until it's no longer in the picture. Then you could say, oh, this is racism, this is colorism, this is disableism, whatever the ism is. Then you could use that. Once you remove weight from the equation, now you can start understanding and seeing what's really what. Because she wasn't ugly. She was actually very pretty. But Miami said out loud the quiet part, ma'am, you're not at our aesthetic. I probably would have been turned away too. I probably wouldn't have had the look. But I don't know. Who knows? But at least I've been like, oh, okay. Well, at least if it could have been my color, it could have been how I look. I may not have the Miami look. I can't say it was my weight. I could do something with that. You understand? Remove weight and see what's real. See what's left. You have a lot more options when you lose weight. You're able to be taken more seriously when you lose weight, especially when it comes to the doctor. The doctor will dismiss you all day, all night if you're overweight. They can't take you. You could have a whole tumor growing and they won't even bring you to a MRI. You need to lose weight. You have to lose weight. You have to. Thank you for helping us. I need it so much. I've been told pretty face, but weight is too much. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're pretty for a big girl. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear that. So let me take out the big girl part. Let me show you. I'll show you, big girl. You know. I used to be skinny when younger, but after 5 births and 3 divorces, I'm sorry, I got to get over stress and do better. That's stress. Yeah, it's the stress. It's the stress. When you are doing it all alone, you're in survival mode. It's really hard to focus on yourself when you're surviving, keeping your head above water. So give Colleen some likes. She is giving of herself. Bless you. Thank you. Yes. Hit like if you haven't. I just hit the like button. Just say you like me. Say you like me. It's my 3rd day fast. Okay. Oh, good. Congrats. Nice. Good job, Ray of Sunshine. I am not on Instagram. I don't have an Instagram. I'm on TikTok, but I don't talk about weight, funnily enough. Maybe I will. I kind of the series I do, and I don't really focus on ADHD. It just happened to blow up, but I just do weirdly specific topics. Like the series is called Weirdly Specific Signs of blah, blah, blah. And then the ADHD series went wild, like millions and millions and millions of views. So I'm just on TikTok. I don't have an Instagram. I had to get rid of Instagram for my mental health. I almost got a BBL because of Instagram. Instagram, when I was 27, when I was 27, I almost got a BBL because of Instagram. The next year I deleted it. I was like, no, this can't be real. And it's sad because I'm thinking about like my nieces. They're like, my niece just went to prom, and my sister was telling me how some of the girls, they were wearing wigs. Like, huh? 13-year-olds in wigs, lace front wigs, and bust downs, and beat faces. When I had my little shindig, I got a dress from J.C. Penney, a blowout at my mama's counter, and maybe some lip gloss, and brush my eyebrows up. I don't even think I knew about mascara. And little 13-year, like, where else would they get that from other than social media? It's unfortunate. And if it's impacting me, a 27-year-old, oh, I need to look like this in order to. Can you imagine what it's doing to their little brains? It's hard, and that's why I do my best not to do additions on myself. I kind of stopped with the press-ons. Even the press-ons was like too much. Like, I'll just paint my nails now. Um, I used to do lash extensions. I don't want to depend on them anymore. I just do lash serum and Better Than Sex mascara. That's babe. I had my lock extensions for 9 months, took them out, decided I'm going to just deal with my hair length. And I lost weight. So now I feel better about my body. Doing all that I can naturally so I can wake up, look in the mirror, and not hate myself. Because if left up to social media, you will hate yourself. You'll hate yourself without makeup. You will hate yourself not tan. You'll hate yourself dark skin. You'll hate yourself light skin. You'll hate yourself with silky hair, curly hair, kinky hair. They will make you hate yourself. They will find a new thing for you to hate yourself. You have wrinkly elbows? Oh, why we got this for hyperpigmentation? Get rid of it now. Oh, are your lashes stubby? Oh, your lips thin? Oh, your earlobes too long? They will have something for you to stress over every other weekend. Don't fall for it. Take a break. Focus on health. You can't go wrong. I had to stop. And that's why I'm not on Instagram. That's the story of how I left Instagram. Do I get gassy the next day? I'm pretty much used to the serving sizes of fiber I take. If you are new to fiber, start small, especially if you're taking a supplement. But if you're eating foods, you'll be fine. Like beans, they're good for your heart. Thank you, Colleen, for your guidance. I did ADF back in June 2023 and for 3 months and lost 40 pounds. Been doing it on and off ever since. You really motivated me and kept me on track. I'm very proud of you, Maya. Great job. And to keep it off is a big deal. Beautiful. I'm very proud of you. On fast days, will lemon or lime break your fast? No, just have it. Enjoy. If anything, I would say have apple cider vinegar over it. Like, but you can have hot water and lemon in the morning. I like apple cider vinegar more because it regulates the blood sugar. Yeah, you could go to the group. The link is in the description box. It's called Alternate Day Fasters Unite. Hi, Colleen. What is your take on a sugar-free diet? A few people find that cutting out sugar completely helps with weight loss and maintenance. Others believe that restriction is too extreme. You'll never go wrong cutting out sugar, refined sugar. You'll never go wrong cutting out refined sugar. You'll never go wrong cutting out refined sugar. For me, I would cut it out because skin, okay? Sugar eats away at collagen. If you want to age faster, eat up all the sugar. I'm at this point now where I can't have anything too sweet. It tastes disgusting. Like I will tip it and it was just off-putting to me now. Just because I'm so weaned off of it. I had an icy today and I was like, yeah, it's too much. Sugars I will never tell you to cut out is berries, melons. Um, Take it easy on the grapes. Take it easy on the bananas. But I love fruits. Fruits are nature's candy. But refined sugars, do your best to cut it out. So when you do have something too sweet, it's off-putting. Your taste buds will always adjust and you'll know how much to eat. Chocolate cake won't appeal to you anymore. Even having too many green grapes will be like, oh, that's enough. You want to regulate your taste buds. Okay? And cutting out refined sugar specifically will do that. Let's add this back to the stage because why not? That's me, 20 pounds difference. I thought my abs looked cool. Those are actually my son's shorts, the yellow ones. Hi, Sandra. Ew, ew, ew. What do you take after the soursop to take away the taste? What did I take? Just drink some water. Just drink some water. You have to let it sit on your tongue for a little bit. That's the thing about soursop, because when you let it sit on your tongue, any kind of bitters has to sit on your tongue because you want your body to start producing bile. It's the bile that's going to do the liver cleansing. So your taste bud has to start registering it. So it has to sit there for a little bit, maybe like a good 20, 30 seconds. And then you can just drink it down with water, orange juice if you want. Do you do 1 scoop of Bellway and 1 scoop of Kiala greens together? How often do you do this? Every morning I have a chance to, I will do this. 1 scoop of Kiala, 1 scoop of Bellway, and maybe like 8 to 10 ounces of water. I'll get like those big mason jars and just drink. It's like my hydration. Sometimes I'll put some electrolytes in there, make it all in one drink. I like to have a cocktail in the morning. Hydrate, gut health, fiber. Forget that coffee. You can't find the Facebook page? It should be in the description box. You got VSG? Good for you. No, seriously. I don't care how you lose the weight, just lose it. Like, as long as you learn what made you fat in the first place, you know. I wish I could use collagen on fast days, but I know it breaks the fast. I know. Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. A person gaining weight may be overdoing their refeed. Hi, fat meat lady. Alternate Day Fasters Unite is the Facebook page. Let me see if I could. It should be right there in the description box, but I guess not. Hi, Miss Trinidad. Madison says, you helped me learn about fasting. I'm 50 pounds down, maintaining for 6 months. Recently gained back 10, so I'm back to ADF to help me get my eating under control. It's such a good tool. It's such a wonderful tool. And good job on 50 pounds down, Madison. Beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Well, y'all want to see my tongue? That's me. Can you believe it? Can you believe that is me? That's me laying down. I'm laying down. But that's me. Look. That's me. Y'all, that's me. I'm so impressed. Like, I feel like I'm looking at somebody else. Like, that's wild. That's me. That's crazy. Like, do you see? I'm telling you, Chloe Ting for president. That's who y'all should have elected. Chloe Ting. Okay, that 2 week shred don't play with you. Don't play. Okay, it didn't give me like, washboard abs. It just, it defined. All right, I don't want washboard abs. I'm not trying to look like you could wash and grate cheese on my. No, there's no definition. Just a little 50-cent soda. I don't need a 6-pack. And that color on me. It's the color for me. Let's just leave that up there because. Hi, Serafina, you caught alive. Ew, ew. Quote a lie. You started ADF today for 12 weeks. Good. You have a time. Lock in. Lock in, babe. If you guys failed on a fast day and ate a good amount of food, do you fast the next day or follow your pattern? Always follow your pattern. More than likely, if you ate, it was because you were hungry. Follow your pattern. Follow the pattern. Just follow the pattern, y'all. He bought a house in May, threw myself into fixing it, and completely dropped my good habits. I know. When we derail from our patterns or our routines, it's derailment. I'm 5'7", went high weight 178, low weight 128. I saw the scale, I said 142. On 7'4", did a 42-hour fast, 135 today. Cool. Cool. Sounded like you got off some of that inflammation. I got a BBL because of IG. I'm so happy I didn't go. Like when I tell you I got quoted and everything, and me and my sister were gonna go. She wanted a tummy tuck. I wanted like a lipo and BBL. I almost fell for it, and I'm like looking back, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And do you regret it? Do you regret it? I'm just curious. Like, do you feel better about like what made you get the BBL? Did you want to appeal to the male gaze? And when I say that, it's never out of judgment. I want to look good for men. Like, I'm not a lesbian. I know I give lesbian vibes sometimes. I like men, and I want them to like me too. You think I'm looking this hot just to? I want a man, a good man. I want to impress the CEOs. I want to nice treatment, and it's usually from men. So when I say male gaze, don't take it no way. I don't weaponize it like people do. Like, no. I don't know why we try to pretend like we don't like validation from men. Is it the only validation? No. Is it a source of validation? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Makes us feel like we're doing something. I look in the mirror all the time and like what I see. Do you like what you see? You should. Nah, I could flex. It's been confirmed. I look fine. Like, it's okay. I promise you it's okay. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for wanting male attention. For needing it is a different thing than wanting it, you know? When you need it, then we're lacking something. But when you want it, all it's doing is confirming how fine you are, baby. You are fine. And that man see it. Walk off. Okay, turn and walk off. Why does powder fiber make me feel dehydrated even when consuming lots of water? I felt it and it scared me away. I never heard that before. It makes you feel dehydrated? You do, when you are taking fiber, you do need a considerable amount of water. Like fiber works with water. I'm curious, which one were you using? Feels good to fast again and knowing that ADF is there even in maintenance. You're looking so good. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. You have a great muscle tone. Thanks, guys. It's giving Meg the Stallion. If you've seen her recent post in her blue shorts, she's also a definite inspiration for me because we're both tall. We're both 5'10". We're both flamboyant naturals, which is a Kibi body type. You know, broader shoulders, a more athletic build. She's thicker in the bottom than I am. She has the best buns in the business. I'll never stop saying that. She has the best buns in the business. It's just perfect buns. Perfect buns. It's firm. It's soft. It has just enough jiggle. It's high. It's not big and ridiculous and what. She has the best buns in the business. I just like saying that. Best buns in the business. Bless you. That is very sweet of you to say. I'm a lot leaner than her at this point. She's curvier. She's definitely curvier, but she gives inspiration nonetheless. Me and my wife been getting more fiber all by food thanks to your videos. Oh, that's great. Yeah, fiber is excellent. Fiber, it really helps with the bloating and removal of toxins and excess hormones. If you have fibroids, you need to up your fiber. Flush it out. If you have high estrogen, can fasting help with cellulite? I don't know, to be honest. I know what does. For me, it was lifting weights. Lifting weights will help more times than not. Always help with cellulite. Um, I can't remember. Sometimes cellulite is actually lipedema too, so you want to make sure that it's not lipedema. Thank y'all. Do I do clothing every day? I've taken a little break because I'm on my, but I'm on my period. So I just started it. So I'll once menstruation day comes, I'm back. I'm ready to go again. Like yesterday, today is day one literally. So last week I was kind of out of commission. Felt so moody, felt so bloated. Day one comes back, I feel like I've shed all this water weight just on day one. It's so like if you don't track your period, please do. Please do. So you at least know the week before your period because I didn't use I just started tracking my period maybe 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half ago now, and it's life changing. Now I can understand why I can't lift weights. Like sometimes I was trying to lift weights and I was like, why is this so hard? Oh, it's the week before my period. Go sit down. I was wondering, why am I craving chocolates? Why do I want so much salt? Why why am I so horny? Like all of these things can be explained when you track your period. Why am I so hot? Why? Track your period, at least know the week before, and you'll save yourself a lot of headache. A lot of women struggle with the week before their period on fasting. It's because we're not supposed to fast. If you head over to Dr. Mindy Pelt's page, she'll tell you all about fasting like a girl. If you want to do her method and protocol, I highly recommend it, especially if you are looking forward to getting pregnant or worried about fertility issues. You should be fasting like a girl. Don't fast like a man. All right? Get you. And she also has a lot of content on her channel, her YouTube channel. She also has a podcast. I love me some Jen Stevens, but she doesn't talk about fasting like a girl. Okay. Tracking my period has been life changing because it just saves me a lot of headache. I don't have to guess why I feel this way anymore. I'm like, oh, okay, I can't stand you because I'm, 2 days away from my period. Patience just be thin. At 44, I never felt more confident now wearing a bikini and sunbathing. Lost the last 8 pounds before vacation. I was acting out. When I tell you I love to hear it, I love to see it. Akbad, okay? And you, Miss Trini, I know you was acting bad. Not acting, acting bad. All right? I know how y'all act. No behavior. Why thick big bone? Ciao. I really have to do the video because I think I really want to talk to Black women. I do. Because it gets to a point. I have to do the video. I have to. I need to talk to Black women. I have to. Because it's getting out of hand. It's really. The biggest issue for me is the lack of accountability. It's the lack of accountability. There's a difference between self-blame and accountability. All right. A lot of things are not your fault. But if you keep encountering the same thing in your life, that's your fault. Because why do you keep finding yourself inside that situation? That's what we call accountability, self-awareness. And I'm self-awareness queen. I'm gonna have to do the video. I'm gonna have to dedicate it to the Black women, because it gets to a point where there's no reason why every Black woman in a room is overweight. It's too much. It's too much. Like, losing the weight has made me a unicorn. And that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I should be surrounded by I know what it is, but losing weight and being a slender Black woman now makes you a unicorn. Huh? I'm here trying to get to society. I'm here trying to get to society's version of beauty standards, but no one's here. We're all the people that they said I'm supposed to be looking like. I made it. Where's the rest? Where are my people? I have no tribe. I'm now alone. It's not fun. It's embarrassing. Because now they looking at you like, who do you think you are? Or you ain't thick. I've never been thick. I couldn't be thick if I wanted to. When I gain weight, I look like a puff. I gotta make the video. Colleen, you do not give lesbian vibes to me. I'm crying. I do not give lesbian? Okay, good. Thank you. Somebody said I give. Doesn't Colleen give lesbian? Sometimes when I wear the glasses, I feel like I give lesbian. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Because I feel like I attract feminine men, and it burns my spirit, because if there's one thing I've been doing consistently since 2017, it's like working on my femininity. So to keep attracting feminine men, it's like, okay, we're not going to do that. How to avoid loose skin while fasting? Low and slow. Y'all in a rush to lose weight fast, you're going to get loose skin. Let those 2 pounds a week do its thing. Okay? You'll find the best guy. You're a catch. Bless you. I appreciate you. A man dating you up with his eyes is top tier. I agree. Do you connect what made you want a BBL so much? Oh, male gaze. What makes you want that more than being able to comfortably sit? Okay. Why did I want the BBL? I just thought that's how women were supposed to look. Because mind you, I've never been curvy. I've never been a curvy woman. And all up and down Instagram, they made it seem like being a curvy woman was like the only shape a woman could be. And that's, at that time I told you, I was like, oh, I want to be feminine. I thought femininity meant a shape. I finished having my babies. I wanted to do my boobs anyway. I was like, okay, well, BBL it is. Like it was the only choice or something. I was like, what the hell am I doing? I got the quote back and I was like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Thank God. Thank you, Serafina. What Serafina said to you? You will find the best guy. Okay, maybe that wasn't for me. 6-pack Colleen. Can I take fiber on fasting days? No. Rebounding helps with cellulite. Fasting reduced. Okay, I couldn't remember if fasting reduced my cellulite, but Madison said it helped with hers. Colleen, I'm 5'9". Do you mind sharing your current weight? I haven't weighed myself in a minute because I was, the time of the month. Last time I checked, I was 172. The lowest I made it to was 170. I've yet to see 160 anything. At least I want to see 160 something. So I've been really getting in my 10K steps, hitting the gym, doing my Chloe Ting. There's only so much I could do with my diet because I've already lost the 20 pounds just from the diet change. So now I know to get to the next level, I have to up my activity because my activity had been slacking with the Lyme disease making me weak and whatnot, and just being lazy. Like. And the thing about that's why I like Chloe Ting, because she has schedules. When you get into a schedule, by the fourth day of the schedule, you're craving it. You're craving it. It starts to become a habit. That's why I tell y'all not to break the pattern when you're doing ADF, because you will crave the fast. When you break the pattern of ADF, you will now have to restart. Whereas if you didn't break the habit, by the time you're ready for your next fast day, you cannot wait. The same thing goes for fitness. If you get into a solid habit, a solid routine of exercise, consistency, you will crave the workout. So I started craving my videos doing the 2-week shred. And this is what I got out of it. I got some abs out of it. And I also got better upper body strength. So y'all like my arms? Chloe Ting. She do them damn up and down planks, which I hate with all my heart, but I can't lie. It helps me get stronger. I don't regret it because I was built like a wet cigarette. Wow. Before, and the aftercare is way more than I knew initially. And oh yeah, you're right. And it's as important as the actual. You're very right. You're so right. The aftercare, I don't think many people think about that. The maintenance of something like a BBL. It's also very dangerous. It's the most dangerous procedure. So yeah. Knowing that, I wish I had more money for the best aftercare I could get. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad. I've surgery. Listen, I've had my boobs lifted. I lost all the weight. I got down from a 38H to a 36D, and then got a breast lift. Okay. So I didn't do a breast reduction. I lost all my boob weight through alternate day fasting. I just tightened up the skin. That's it. So if you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, go ahead and do what you need to do. You'll never catch me judging you, ever. You deserve. You deserve. Can you speak on menopause and fasting? I can't, but you know who can? This lady right here, Dr. Mindy Peltz. I promise you. When it comes to hormones, female fasting protocols, she's the one, not the two. It's not me. Okay? Highly recommend. I went from 167 to 131, then realized my saggy stint isn't what I wanted. I'm going to do rolling 36 while building muscle. You cannot go wrong building muscle, y'all. You can't do wrong. Okay, let me read you. You could send it right through Super Chat. Y'all could send me Super Chats. I appreciate it. Kez, go ahead and oh, you reached your. Let me send you my Cash App, because I will never decline a donation. Okay, y'all. If y'all want to send me a Super Chat, if you love me, please do. I could use it because I have been slacking with content, and I told you I have too many Capricorn placements to ever be broke. So when the money is funny, it's time to go hard. I actually love lifting and HIIT while fasting. I've done some form of IF for a very long time. Yeah, HIIT in the morning is good for lowering your blood sugar. Yeah, you will have to lower your your fast window a week before your period. If you're not trying to get pregnant, you could ignore it, but just know that whether you stop or don't stop, um, your body will let you know that your period's about to come. It'll have cravings, you'll feel more lethargic, you'll feel more bloated, you'll feel a little more weak. You will have a propensity to want carbs. So, whether you do it or not, your body will reflect that you have a period coming. And then you also don't want to mess up your menstrual or anything. You're heading to a size 8. Congrats! Single sizes. Let me tell you something about these singles. It's fun over here. You see? It's fun over. I mean, you see? It's fun in the single sizes. It's fun in the single sizes. It's fun in the single sizes, okay? I wear that on Saturday. I went to a flea market and it was so cute. And I got so many compliments. So many compliments. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. 136. Your body is your billboard. Look how you want to be perceived in this world. You don't have to, um, don't worry about it because next time, don't use up your 500 next week. If, if you want to look and present yourself how you see yourself ideally, start treating yourself as such, please. Okay, you deserve to move around this world in your best and ideal self. Okay, your body is your billboard. How you look is how you present yourself. And in that case, on that note, hit the like button on your way out. Replayers, send me some love in the chat, in the comments below. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.